Back at Tates Creek High School, following some technical issues. We apologize for those, and now back with you with 7:15 to go in the fourth quarter of play now. And Frederick Douglass holding a commanding lead of 60-42. And Rick, they just continued to build here in the second half and using that pressure and the athleticism we've talked about. The same weapons they've used all night long. It's just beginning to accumulate a little bit.
Yeah, they're really starting to take over. Have been around the 18 to 24 point lead. Tates Creek's had a little frustration on their team. I had to take out Ray Owsley. Got a little frustrated with himself and his teammates, so he's not been back in. And then Douglas came back, and Kai Simpson, which is not like him, got a technical foul for questioning a call, so he's out right now. So they're trying to get some cooler heads to prevail right now.
Whistle near mid-court as the Broncos came up court, 60-44 the score. We've talked about the players knowing each other, but sometimes that leads to a little extra intensity in these rivalry games too within the city.
Yeah, and especially, if you're Tates Creek right now, you're frustrated. You kind of kept this game closer than some people thought at halftime, but right now Douglas has just come out and really taken over the game.
Here's Garth with it for Tates Creek, driving right down the middle of the court and gets to the basket, but then draws the foul.
It's a good job by him taking the ball, down the court. The one thing you want to do if you're Tates Creek is try to score some baskets with the clock stopped. Yeah, these kids, it's really fun to see these kids as sophomores, watch them when they come up as seniors, and they're not the same players as they were. I mean,
not at all.
This is a big stage right now, and by the time he's a senior, this will just be regular fare to him.
He misses the second shot, battle for the rebound, and there's Busen with it for Douglas. He's getting some aggressive defense on him in the backcourt, but now the Broncos operate in the offensive end. But a steal, near steal, as Douglas retains possession.
Yeah, it was a bad pass there, but Douglas was able to retain possession. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go. They're not going to be in any hurry here.
No, Taylor got a hand on it, but then Broncos got it back. They lead by 15. Moving out front, and now we'll get a foul on Dawson Garth.
His third foul. He's done a good job also. He got 2 quick fouls in the first half and had to come out, but he's done a good job. But now you got Simpson coming back in. I think his time on the bench was to settle down a little bit, understand he made a mistake, not make that mistake again. So they're going to bring him back in.
Jonathan Wright also on the floor for Tates Creek and guarding the basketball now as the Broncos put it in play. They get it in the hands of Simpson, which is where they like it. Now a drive and a dunk. There is Chenault with one of the highlights of the night.
Yeah, exclamation point, as it were. Nice play there by Hackett to take the ball to the basket. But you saw what Tates Creek did. They went for the trap, and that's one thing you want to do, a trapping team, see how they can handle the trap. And that time, Douglas did a great job of passing over it, as you said, for the tomahawk jam by Chenault.
So it's Hackett to the free throw line tonight after a very productive, been able to him down a little bit in the second half. He sinks the free throw, though, with a nice touch.
Yeah, if you're playing this Tates Creek team, that's a good way to go about it. Is Hackett's going to get his, but you make someone else beat you because he's the top of their class for sure.
Second one rolls off, leaving the lead at 16. Here comes Simpson all the way for the layup.
Yeah, Tates Creek is trying to press, and you can tell right at this point they're not real comfortable with that. And when you do that, you open up the court for someone like Simpson to take it from one end to the other for a layup.
Here is Garth. He gets a step on his man and lays it up no good with the left hand. Broncos quickly the other way, and the layup good.
Chenault is an athletic ball player.
And the Commodores will take a timeout to slow this thing down a little with 5:33 to go. 66-46 the score. Douglas leads Tates Creek. We'll take a break and be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The prescription pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycon.
Commodores down by 20 now as they put the ball in play on the left side in offensive court. It'll be Commodore to throw it in, and now Garth takes it and moves on the offense for Tates Creek. Hit and drive, steps back out for the three, and hits it, and he is fouled.
I have a chance for a 4-point play here. I'll tell you what, I was getting ready to say, this is the time Tates Creek can learn some things, but at the same time, Douglas needs to learn some things. That's a mistake right there you can't make. It doesn't hurt you in this game, but later on, there's a chance that can hurt you really in a tight district or region game.
So here is Braylon Hinton, junior.
A little blood, I think, on the uniform there.
They'll send Garth over to the sideline. Stephen Franklin in for Tates Creek.
Yeah, I think it must have just been a cut on his arm or something. They're going to get that put back together and put him back in the game. But that's a point of emphasis these days. There's no anyone with any blood particles on them anywhere.
Hinton puts up the free throw a little bit too hard. Deflection out of bounds as Douglas came up court, but it'll stay with the Broncos.
Good play by Hackett there. Got in the way.
It ought to go back to Tates Creek.
Yeah. On that one, Talon Webb, he just jumped up and tipped that ball out of bounds, but Hackett got in his way and made him do that. So doing a good job on both ends of the court. Nice look.
Nice pass by Hackett, but they can't convert as Wright missed the shot underneath, and now a foul as they come back up.
Yeah, Houston that time got a nice rebound, and he got in his way on the way back up the court.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Tates Creek applying some pressure in back court, and now the deflection by Wright and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one Buson's got to think about, because what Wright did, he did the right thing. He was waiting for that pass. If you're Buson, you got to know he's going to make that long play there. That's too long of a pass to make.
Well, Frederick Douglass to put it in play. Get it in the hands of Simpson, and he is fouled from behind by Franklin.
Yeah, this is their fifth team foul. I'll tell you what, right now, that's what Tates Creek, they're going to prolong this game. We're going to see a lot of free throws from here on out, I have a feeling.
Simpson fakes and then goes on to move and a reverse and then puts it up and missed the shot. Rebound back up and in by Webb.
Yeah, Buson did a good job keeping the ball alive. Webb got it, went up with his left hand and put it in the basket.
Quick jumper by Hackett is good. (68-51). Frederick Douglass on top. They have taken charge. They had an 8-point halftime lead at 35-27. Driving is Simpson, and he puts it in.
Nice body control there to get to the basket and not get a foul on himself and put the ball in the hole.
We're pretty wide open now, aren't we, Rick?
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of, as Coach Scarberry talked about, this a lot of street ball. These kids played against each other a lot, and you're seeing a lot of the playground play right now.
Let's see what Hackett does here. Looking for an opening. Reverses, gets it to a teammate, and Franklin's shot is blocked, and Douglass on the move. Boone makes a nice move between two players. Missed it, but followed it in.
Hey, Boone did a great job. He got the block, then turned around, was able to come down, missed the first shot, but hey, you get an offensive rebound that way and get 2 points.
72-51. There's a long shot good by Commodore.
Apparently the bank is open because that one banked in. So
Yeah.
Commodore with the bank there.
Simpson
Nice
driving,
look.
dishes it off, and the basket is good.
That's what a
Boom.
point guard does. I tell you what, experienced, nice pass there.
Franklin in front court and gives off to Commodore. Down the lane he goes. Back to Hackett, starts a drive and is fouled as he goes down the right side of the lane.
Got a lot of players tonight. A hack on Hackett, so
Yes.
that's what happened that time. You got Hack, got the free throw line with 3:16 left, and right now, Tates Creek's going to be in the double bonus the rest of the game. Bringing in some players that don't get to play a lot in the varsity. Tates Creek is. I think that's always good. These kids are out here on the court practicing every day, and let them come on in the game, get a little bit of experience, because you never know when a kid gets hurt or something like that. You need one of these kids to come in, and if they've never played before, sometimes the bright lights are too much for them.
See Latrell Jones Miller in the ball game. Also Trey Cowan. Cowan 35. Miller is 32. And at the line is Hackett, and his shot is good. 74-55, Douglas on top.
Douglas is going to be in absolutely no hurry now. They're going to start getting some of their players in also, I would have the feeling.
Broncos floated across the defense. There's Webb with it. And they are in absolutely no hurry now. Simpson starts in, picked up by the defense. Now back out in front it goes. 2:35 to go. Chenault almost had a shot from the corner. Don't know if he would have taken it or not, but he might have had an opportunity, but didn't make the clean catch. Now he drives the baseline and tried for the dunk. Couldn't get it. Now Tates Creek going the other way with Hackett on the move. All the way down the middle he goes, and the shot is missed, but followed back in. Latrell Jones Miller with the follow, and a nice basket for him as he gets some time in the ball game.
Yeah, he had the block on this end, then came back, got the rebound, and put it back in the basket. Good job by him. He's got some size on him, too. So, a lot to build on if you're Tates Creek.
It'll be Douglas's night tonight, though, with a minute 48 to go, and we'll get a break in the action here. As
I think they just called a timeout to get the subs in.
Yeah. Yeah, not going to take the actual break, but get some people in the ball game. Hackett leaves. 74-57, Frederick Douglass leading Tates Creek with a minute 48 to go in the fourth quarter.
Josiah Lemon coming in.
Josiah Lemon
23.
is in. Yeah. The clock running with about a minute 40 to go, and we'll see how Douglas handles it with the reserves in the ball game now for the most part. And driving is Simpson, who's still there. Missed the shot. Tates Creek on the move, and that one goes out of bounds, and it'll come back to Frederick Douglass. Antoine Strong in the ball game was handling the ball there for Tates Creek. He's a sophomore. He's played in just 2 games this year. So coaches using this opportunity to get a little playing time for the guys who don't normally see it. And as you said, Rick, that can be valuable in a later date.
Yeah, exactly.
Shot from the corner, no good. Now Franklin on the move quickly for Tates Creek. Goes all the way down the left side, and the shot is blocked.
Nice block there. We saw a lot of that in this is basically the JV game revisited.
Yeah.
Nice block there. Really good. Got up high, able to knock that ball all the way across the stadium.
Yeah, the jumper from outside couldn't quite pick up the number on the player that made the block, but it was a nice one.
Yeah, looks really good. Let's try to see if we can get a number here. Yeah. As you say, Keith, these numbers are really hard to see on Douglas, especially at the other end of the court.
Dark green on gray is a pretty tough combination.
Yeah, almost impossible to see, but we'll get you a number and a name here in a second.
Latrell Jones Miller with the miss on the first one. Just 1:07 left. Missed the second one as well, and he's going to try to save it, but can't.
Yep. Went out of bounds. Again, I don't think Douglas is going to be in any hurry at all here, but these kids, they would like to score in a varsity game also. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's like number 3 made that block. I don't have my roster in front of me, Keith, but that's who had the big block.
All right. And I don't have a 3 on the roster today, so there you go.
We'd like to give him credit.
It was a great block.
Yeah. We're sorry for his family, but we don't have him listed.
There's a shot from outside, no good. Rebound on the follow, the offensive rebound, a block, and another try unsuccessful. Finally, Trey Cowan comes down with it for Tates Creek. And now it'll be Douglas with the easy fast break. I think thought it was going to be easy, but missed the layup. So
he's laughing himself.
Yeah.
His teammates on the side are giving him a hard time. He wanted that one, but boy, sometimes you just need to take that ball off the backboard and not lay it over the front of the rim. That's sometimes a little harder shot.
Going down to the final 20 seconds of this ball game. See if the Commodores can get one more shot up there. And a walking call.
Yeah, referees still have to make the calls there, so
yep,
it's one of those.
Five seconds as we see this ball game come to an end.
According to my roster, that was the Benny Mbwawe.
Well, as I understand, he was not with them tonight. So
I'm not sure who they had number 3, but he came out with a nice block there. So
well, we do know that Douglas has wrapped this one up, a 74-57 victory over Tates Creek tonight. The Broncos took charge in the second half, and they get their 10th win of the season. They go to 10-2 on the season, and Tates Creek at 5-8 now. So they.
New teen drivers are at greater risk for car crashes, particularly at night and during the first few months without adult supervision. Checkpoints is a free 1-hour educational program held monthly at the Jessamine Career and Technology Center in Nicholasville. It will help you help your teen be safer when they become a new independent driver. For more details, including program incentives and how to register, visit the Jessamine County Health Department's website at jessaminehealth.org.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash. You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Tates Creek High School, Keith Elkins along with Rick Reams. Jackson Miller has been our producer tonight. Joe, I'm yelling on camera. And Frederick Douglass Broncos did nothing to take away from their reputation that they've built up during this 7-game winning streak. This was a pretty impressive outing.
Yeah, they came in here and they kind of imposed their will on Tates Creek. Tates Creek played pretty good the first half, got in some foul trouble. Then the second half, the pressure took over, and Tates Creek just couldn't handle it. Got some frustration amongst their own players. But like you say, I can't imagine there's a hotter team in the city, maybe the state, than Douglas is right now.
Yeah, we've talked about how they've had a number of weapons. It all seems to start with Kai Simpson, but he's far from the only one that can contribute. They've got some tremendous athletes, and the guys who played on that championship football team were late in getting to the basketball team, so they're still, in a way, rounding into form and not as good as they'll be in 2 or 3 weeks, I would think.
Which, if you're an opposing team coming up, that's a scary thought, because this is a really, really good basketball team. And I think we need to give Coach Scarberry a lot of credit. He didn't inherit this team until very, very late in the summer. Some of you may not know there were some coaching issues at Frederick Douglass. The former coach was let go, and then Scarberry, who actually teaches there, I think they just went to him and said, will you take this? So I think you got to give him all kinds of credit, because these kids, kids will do a lot, but boy, when they think like, they've taken our coach away, sometimes the new coach that comes in, maybe they're thinking, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, everyone has bought in, so you got to give Coach Wes Scarberry a lot of credit for this team.
He has really gotten his team together twice, really,
Yeah.
at the preseason, and then, of course, after the football season was finished, because so many of his players did play on that championship football team. And for Tates Creek now, this was going to be a challenge. They knew that. They accomplished some good things tonight. I'm sure they're disappointed in the outcome, but they have some things to look forward to, too. And Eric Hackett is an outstanding player. We'll talk more about him in a minute, but he's got some teammates with some potential, but they're not quite there with Douglas right now.
No, they're not on the same level with Douglas right now, but like you say, that potential is there. I think one play there they have to get going. They got to get Ray Owsley. Like I said, he got a little frustrated with himself with some plays on, I think, against Douglas and with some of his own players. Coach had to pull him out of the game, which is a lesson to learn for the junior. You just can't do that. You've got to be a team player the whole time, and he's going to be a player, and we saw he made a difference on the defensive end, had a couple blocks and different things, so he has to be able to keep himself in the game. And like you say, Tates Creek, they've got some players to build on, but at this moment, at this time, they are not at the level where Douglas is.
Well, Douglas wins it tonight. 74-57 was the final. We'll take a break and come back and give you our players of the game and wrap things up from Tates Creek High School in just a moment here on Glycod.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Family owned and operated since 1946, Thomas Car Wash has specialized in making Louisville cars look fresh and clean. Co-owned by 2006 Mill graduate Alex Thomas, Thomas Car Wash has 4 convenient locations, including their newly renovated one at 5321 Preston Highway, just a mile down from Mail. Additional locations include 6511 Preston Highway, 4139 Bardstown Road, and one at the intersection of Hurstbourne Parkway and Taylorsville Road. From full service to express washes to detailing and towel drying, wash local with Thomas Car Wash. Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Hi, I'm Glenn Downs, pharmacist and owner of the Prescription Pad in Nicholasville. We are an independent community pharmacy that provides personalized service. We offer free home delivery, medication compliance packaging, compounding, and home medical equipment. Getting your medications from us means no need to wait in line or on the phone for minutes. Visit us at 465 Keene Center Drive in the Keene Shops in Nicholasville or by phone at 859-887-2841. The prescription pad is dedicated to your family's health.
You're tuned in to Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back to wrap it up from Tates Creek High School tonight. And, Rick, let's talk about our players of the game.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas, we talked about they had a lot of weapons. But I think tonight we really saw that Tylon Webb came out and played a really great game. I think he did a good job on the boards, passing, scoring. He did a lot of things. Stayed in the game most of the game, played the majority of the game. Another kid coming off the field, Coach Scarberry talked about it. He's going to be a leader. They need to be a vocal leader. And I think tonight he set the precedence for this team. Tates Creek, there's no doubt. Another number 5 on the opposing team, Eric Hackett. I mean, what can you say about him? 1,000-point scorer. Right now, he's got the majority of their offense. Everything goes through him. As he goes, they go. Douglas did a little bit better job in the second half, kind of slowing him down, but you're not going to be able to stop him, and I just thought he played an excellent game tonight.
Well, a couple of outstanding individual performances, and we saw a Douglas team that is really on a roll now, 7 wins in a row, and they get the victory here tonight at Tates Creek High School. So that will do it for us tonight. For producer Jackson Miller, for our camera operator Joe Umyellen, and for Rick Reams, I'm Keith Elkins. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight. Again, the final score, it was Frederick Douglass 74 and Tates Creek 57. We thank you for watching on Glycod.
You've been watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from